as a teenager, you're so kind of like pressured, even if it's not like, even if it's just like maybe a fake pressure or maybe like a fake expectation, just to like find a girl and like lose your virginity as fast as fucking possible, right? I mean, that's the thing though. That's the thing. At least when I was a fucking teenager, you know,
well, it was like I think it was like the American Pie.
Yeah,
era,
the fucking
right?
American Pie era, man. You know, it's like
you gotta lose your virginity.
You're going to prom, and you're not losing your virginity. What the fuck?
Especially at a fucking boys' school. Jesus Christ,
yeah.
this is every like after school. So, all right, boys, we're gonna go get some fucking pussy.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, bro, just don't. Just stop. Don't
yeah.
invite me.
And now I just look back at that moment of time, and I'm like, I just cringe because I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm a horny teenage boy as you're reaching puberty, you know.
Yeah, I think losing my virginity was one of the shittiest experiences I've had. Like it was one of the worst. Everything. I was like, this is just awful. Yeah, it was just a bad time. I was like, this. It was nothing inherently bad about it. It was just the most underwhelming. Everything was shit.
Yeah.
I was shit.
Yeah.
They were shit. Everything was shit. It was just all around terrible time. I don't think anyone walked away from the situation happy.
Right.
Yeah. I've heard like a lot of losing your virginity stories, including mine, and everyone's had like the same reaction of just like, that was it. That's what everyone fucking hyped up? Really?
No, I thought it was pretty hype.
Oh, fuck. Of course, Joey. Of course. God damn it, Joey.
Well, I mean, I lost my virginity, like, I guess, I don't know, when is the period that is like the most suitable to lose your virginity? Because, you know, there are a lot of instances where people are like, I lost my virginity late, or I lost my virginity early. Like, what is that time period?
Trick question. There is no suitable time.
that right.
It's when it just fucking happens.
Exactly.
It's when the Lord deems it.
I was like, Jesus, is now the time? Okay, thank you.
I don't think there's a correct time. I think whatever you feel comfortable with, because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who maybe rushed into it and probably had a horrible experience and probably regretted it.
Yeah.
My experience wasn't my experience wasn't like fucking traumatizing. It was just like, that was a bit shit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like it was that kind of vibe. It was like, it wasn't like, and it was purely because I was just like, go, let's find a way. I gotta get at it.
If you don't mind sharing, how old were you?
I was 17.
17.
Yeah.
How old were you?
18.
Okay, I'm the oldest.
But
I was 22 when I was.
But I had.
Actually, I think considering the fact that you had like the most positive experience out of us. Probably like
just don't be in high school when you lose your virginity. Be an adult.
I'd had other experiences before that.
Yeah.
And that was definitely like, oh, whoa, this is weird. Because I didn't know the fuck I was doing. I'm a fucking kid.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say probably it's not all media and social pressure. There is a point when you're a teenager where hormones definitely creep up, you know,
and sure. Yeah, absolutely.
And you're like, holy shit, what the fuck is
What's
this going on? I need to fix this immediately.
Oh god.
See, you guys were like, you know, there at the right time, and you knew the solution. Where it's like, okay, I know exactly how to do this. Just, you know, get laid.
Yeah, so
I had that exact same idea. It's just that I had negative riz in high school,
Yeah,
so I couldn't get it.
As much as I want to say, boys, we live in a society where it's not all.
Okay, that's true. Oh, Joey, having negative riz does not fucking matter. There are people who you are probably sexually attracted to as like a teenager, when you're both teenagers, obviously, I was preface that. Yeah. You know, when you're both teenagers, they also probably had negative riz. No, you know, it's not only the good looking people who are getting shit done. You know what I mean? In school, like I had negative riz, and I'd date other people with negative riz, and it was just fucking awkward. You know? We would just have a time. You know?
So maybe that's it. Maybe I knew that. I was like, oh, if I date someone with negative riz, while I also have negative riz, then it's just not even going to be.
Bro, because just like I'm so glad I fucked everything up when I was a teenager, because I was like, I didn't know what this was, and like one time, dude, just like learning shit because you're just a fucking idiot kid. I was in science class one time, and we were talking, and I don't know how this conversation came about, because they were like something semen, and I was like, yeah, only girls have that, right? and then they were like, what? And I was like, right? They were like, do you know what semen is? I was like, I'll be real, no, I don't. And they just mocked me relentlessly
I
for
just know
it.
girls have it.
Yeah, but I'm like, man, I'm a fucking idiot. No one taught me what the shit was.
Yeah.
And like, I got my whole fucking adult life, teenage life, not learning what the shit was because I come from a fucking small ass town and I wasn't researching this.
By the way,
online.
ladies, I'm single.
Like I would look online, but I was not the kind of dude who would dude, there was I don't know if it's just like a weird thing, and I feel like maybe kids get into this way earlier. Like when I was like 15, I was not Googling shit about like sexual stuff at all.
No,
I was too focused on games, way too focused on games.
Priorities.
So I didn't even give a fuck about porn or anything like that until I was like 17.
Yeah.
I just didn't give a fuck because this is not what I was interested in. So when I was trying to learn all this shit, I was going in blind. I was like, oh my God, what is happening? I have no idea what is
Just
happening.
like, what is that?
I just remember like watching porn and I was like, what the fuck is going on? What the hell is this? I remember like trying to jack off for the first time. I was like, I have no idea if I'm doing this right.
Yeah.
I think this feels all right. Like, do you remember your first time jacking off?
Yeah, I do.
I remember distinctly. I don't know why I have this memory. I was playing Halo Reach. I feel like we've had this conversation.
No, we have not had this conversation.
I remember this is when Halo Reach came out, and I remember the exact map I was playing on before I jacked off. For the first time, I remember the setup. I just remember that like I was playing Halo Reach, which means I must have been. When did Halo Reach come out? Can we get a?
Yeah, we're gonna get an exact.
We can get an exact age of when I discovered jacking off. Yeah, it was late. I didn't start jacking off till later.
Yeah,
2010. So I was 14. So probably it came out. I was probably like 14.
Yeah, that
15
sounds about
at the
right. I was
time.
about that age.
Yeah.
And I just remember being like, when I was, because you how do you learn to jack off? Your friends just always talk about it, right?
No, dude, I hurt myself the first time I did it.
yeah.
Because you know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
And the only way I'd learned is because I'd heard about it from my other friends who were like, oh, yo, jack off. I'm like, yeah, me too. And I was like, what the fuck is that?
I was doing it like I was starting a fire. I was like doing like this. Because I was like, I know you have to do something, but I was just like, I'll just fucking do this.
Yeah, I just remember
And
that.
I was like, this hurts.
I'm gonna go Bear Grylls.
Yeah, I was just like, don't do that. That shit hurts.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I just remember that the first time I tried to do it, I was like, God damn, this shit is just fucking painful.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, am I doing it? I must be doing this wrong.
Yeah.
And I because you obviously you get taught so much shit about like, you get taught about like sperm and stuff. About
Yeah.
And they wouldn't tell us anything about what it was. And I used to just think that like random shit was sperm. I'd be like, this thing on my dick, this must be sperm. And I'm like, what the fuck? No, this is not sperm. This is not sperm at all. And then everything the first time I managed to, this is so over detailed. The first time I managed to like fucking jack off successfully. Mission accomplished. I remember being like, oh, what the fuck is this shit? Oh, get this shit out of here. What the hell? This is nasty. And I didn't know that was going to happen.
Yeah. You don't learn about having tissues nearby.
I don't know.
Right?
You don't.
I was like, oh my God, what the fuck?
Stop, please.
I was so woefully unprepared for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Did you have like a stage? Because like how I guess learned because I guess I remember like getting my first time getting an erection, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't remember the first time.
Do you remember?
No, not at all. I think I just got, because your dick just gets hard randomly.
Yeah. Your dick just gets hard randomly, and it would be like a nuisance for me because I would not understand why this happened.
The whole time actually he was just singing Brother and Sister. He is a prelude to things to come.
Yeah, so like remember the first time I got one, I was just like, what is this? What the fuck is this? And then like I wouldn't do anything because I didn't know how to jack off back then. So I would just like wait for it to go down and for it to pass. And I didn't get why this would happen because it would be like really inconvenient for me just to have like a massive fucking
You didn't
tent.
just like say boobs and we're like, ooh.
No.
That's what happened with me.
Generally, sometimes it would just like, sometimes it just fucking happens. Especially as a teenager.
The no reason boner,
The
right?
no reason boner,
Yeah.
that was just like my teenage life. And
Yeah,
I was
of
just like,
course.
this is kind of like inconvenient. This take up a lot of space in my trousers and I don't know why it's happening. So I basically one time I was just like, I'm going to try and get rid of this somehow. And so it was a literal trial by error. First I started like trying to fucking smack it away.
It's like, stop.
Yeah. Stop it. And then by trial and error, I just realized, wait, why does this feel sensitive? I don't get it. And then it's just like, oh, is this that jacking off people talk about?
So you smack the shit out of your dick.
Yeah. I just like that was a core memory that I've just completely forgotten.
Oh my god.
So we've had Bear Grylls, we've had fucking smacking it.
Yeah.
I'm just genuinely curious now how people find this shit out. You know?
I don't even remember how I figured out, like, oh, that is not the right way to do it. I think
I can't remember.
I think there's just so much information out there now where you don't need to worry about having to figure this shit out.
Yeah.
Because you can just be told how to do it.
Oh, I think I remember why. I remembered the correct way to do it because I was like, my friend was like showing me this porn on his phone. And like, you know, back then.
Another thing that teenagers do that's just weird. They're just like, dude, check out porn.
Yeah, on the fucking school bus on the way to school. And you know, like it was the flip phone, so it was like fucking 240p. You could barely see fucking anything on this tiny screen. He's like, hey, check this fucking porn video out. It's pretty sick. And I was watching it, and I remember specifically, it was like Johnny Sins or someone. I don't remember. But there was the male guy, and he was like J-O-ing. And I'm like, that's how you do it! Oh! No wonder this shit hurt. That's not how. Now I know how to do it.
I just can't fathom a world where you thought you had to do that.
I don't know. I was just like, this makes the most sense.
This is why you had no bitches.
Yeah, this is why I had negative riz, because I was fucking J-O-ing doing this.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, you just fucking unlocked a core memory.
Yeah.
Because I completely forgot about this, but like even I think this was like before I learned how to jack off.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so I think I discovered porn before I discovered how to jack off, and I didn't make the correlation.
Yeah.
Of,
I think me too.
Yeah,
it was easier to come across.
Yeah. Because I remember like we had a sleepover one time with my mates, right? And normally on most sleepovers, we just play fucking N64 and just play Super Smash Brothers until like the fucking sun comes up or whatever. Not that kind of Super Smash Brothers. The actual Nintendo
the video game.
And then one time my mate was like, "Oh, can I use your PC?" And he starts downloading porn on LimeWire, and I had no idea what the fuck he was downloading.
What the fuck?
And he downloaded this like fucking like you know, obviously we were on dial-up at the time, so he downloaded this like 1 minute clip, which you know still took a while.
Yeah.
And he shows it to me, and I probably like my mom's just having this realization of this one sleepover that we're having as a kid, and he shows it to me, and it's like the most fucking amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. There are 3 of us, and we were just all sitting there.
You do look at it like monkeys.
Like we're just like gawping. And I was just like, I turned to my mate and I'm like, is that like a full version of this? And so the entire night we find the full version of whatever clip that he's found. It's like a 20-minute clip. Takes all night to download.
Yeah.
We stay up all night.
This is the most mid-2000s.
It is. Play some video games. Didn't get any sleep that night. And at around, I think like 5 a.m., we could start to see the sunrise out. We're like, oh boys, it's happening. It's finished. and the last thing we do on this sleepover, and like my mom and dad are asleep like upstairs, is that we're just all like huddled around. We're all huddled around in silence, just watching this porno. And it's the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, what am I watching right now? What is this? Girls and boys can do that? Is this a thing? I don't understand. And
is this what Riz is?
Yeah. And that guy ruined me for my life, because I was like, well, now I know. Now I'm only downloading one thing on LimeWire, and it ain't music anymore.
Oh god! Did you have any pregnancies in your school?
No, because I went to a boys' school. That would have been a whole other problem. That would have been a different issue.
Privileged.
Because I went to the boys' school, and then down the road there was like the sister school, which was the all girls school, and there were some stories of like people getting pregnant in the sister school. For
Actually,
sure.
no, we had quite a big push on like sex education.
Yeah, we had that too, because I think the area I grew up in was like had like the highest rate of teen pregnancy in the UK.
Oh damn!
Probably there's nothing to do. So I remember there was like I think one or two in my year they got pregnant, I think. But I remember they just randomly I think started really pushing it, being like, hey, guys, use condoms. I'm like, bro, I don't even know how to jack off. How do you think I'm gonna figure this shit out? What do you? I don't know. I'm trying to play Halo Reach. I'm not worried about this.
Trying to get those X points.
Yeah, and I felt like we had these lessons, and it was like catered towards a very specific group in our school. I think I was just like, bro, I'm just trying to learn.
Dude, every time, like for me, the thing that annoyed me was like, during sex education, they were like, okay, guys, remember, if you're going to have sex, which there's nothing wrong about because you're all in puberty, make sure to use a condom. And in my head, I'm just like, where? How do you require these things? I've never even seen them out in the wild. Who has them? Where do I get them from? You didn't tell me that shit. They don't just spawn when you think about having sex. It's like you got to go out and buy them, but they never told me where to get them. So I'm like, well, thanks for that information. I'm gonna do nothing about that. I'm gonna go home and play Mario Party.
I was tuned into games.
Yeah,
nothing else was happening.
Exactly.